Welcome or welcome back. I am Nick, 30 year plus as a union rep, national and regional negotiator, and so forth. If you've been here before, you know this. A headline caught my attention that was shown at Andrea Burkhardt's YouTube channel. And I thought that we should discuss this a bit, because this has some implications. And the headline is from Daily Mail. I know, not the most trustworthy news source, but let's check it anyways. This is about two actors, Ian Grufford with estranged wife Alice Evans, claiming she threatened to do what Amber Heard did to Johnny Depp, and submits 113 pages of unhinged texts and emails. Let's go down to this. Grufford filed for divorce last March, but says he told Alice he was leaving her in August of 2020. Alice claims he had been cheating on her with some woman for years. And in the text, Ian Grufford submitted 113 pages of abusive text messages, emails and social media posts from his ex-wife Alice Evans as he applied for a restraining order on Tuesday. This was February, it's a year ago. Claiming that she threatened to do to him what Amber Heard did to Johnny Depp and paint him as a drug-addicted abuser. Grufford filed the request for a restraining order yesterday in California. The Welsh actor has been married to Evans for 14 years before he filed for divorce in March. The messy split centered around his new relationship with Bianca Wallace. In this court filing on Tuesday, Grufford claims that he told Evans that he wanted out of the marriage in August 2020, and since then she has harassed him with hundreds of unanswered text messages, abusive emails, and social media posts, many of which he included in the filing. Now, there are a few dates here. This was published February 16th, 2022. He wanted out in August of 2020. So we are talking about a time period that is directly after Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp in the UK trial, where Johnny Depp sued the Sun and lost because the court found Amber Heard's testimony trustworthy. So how did Miss Evans know that this was a hoax? Think about it. Most of us didn't know about the extent of this hoax until after Johnny won in Virginia. So how could Miss Evans know that it was a hoax way back 2020 when Miss Heard and the Sun won in UK? This is pure speculation, but how many in Hollywood knew this? That Johnny Depp was abused by Miss Heard? Because look at the names here again. Alice Evans, actress. Ian Grufford, actor. Those names don't even ring a bell with me. And still, so definitely not A-listers, maybe not even B-listers, but somewhere C to B-listers. If she knew that it was a hoax, then everybody must have known, right? Or am I all over the place here? And interestingly enough, what has happened since in this divorce proceedings is that Mr. Grufford got the restraining order in court. And now, let's see here. I will pull this up 1 second. There it is. All again, Daily Mail. So not the best source, but some things you can't really get wrong, I hope. Ian Grufford, soon to be ex Alice Evans, now face arrest after she failed to show up to Los Angeles court hearing to answer 2 charges of violating Fantastic Four Star's restraining order. Was Ian Grufford in Fantastic Four? I didn't watch that movie. Well, an arrest warrant referral was issued by Los Angeles court Thursday after Alice Evans failed to show up for her arraignment for 2 restraining order violations. So Mr. Grufford got the restraining orders, and Miss Evans violated those twice, at least twice, and are now facing arrest. Let's continue. The bitter divorce battle between Ian Grufford and Alice Evans has taken an ugly new turn. Fantastic Four actor's estranged wife now facing arrest after she failed to show up to court to answer 2 charges of violating his restraining order against her. Not only did Evans not appear at the airport courthouse in Los Angeles for a scheduled arraignment at 8:30 on Thursday, neither she nor her attorney called or contacted the court to explain her absence. Now, this is quite serious for the attorney, because even if she doesn't show up, he has an obligation to at least talk to the court, I believe. So when there was still no word from her 2.5 hours later, LA Superior Court Commissioner James Cooper issued a referral for an arrest warrant. And that is about it. Now, I listened to Andrea Burkhart's video on this subject, and it seems like she has a lot of background to go through. So this was just my input in this, that Alice Evans allegedly threatened Mr. Hufflepuff, what's his name was, to do what Amber did to Johnny. And she did that just months after the UK court case where Amber and the Sun won. So how did she know? How many knew in Hollywood? And why didn't they come forward with it? that this is quite damning towards Hollywood. And to, apparently, in my opinion, loads of people must have known this. And nobody did anything. And if they are doing this easy with Amber versus Johnny, who else do they do this against? You think about that. Well, that is what I had to say about this at the time. I will follow it and see if anything else interesting happens. You all have a nice day, and I'll talk to you later.